Hey TV fans, what's going on? We're really psyched to be hanging out and talking with Stephen Tobolowsky.
How do you do?
Thanks so much for doing this.
My pleasure. I would turn and look at you, but I have a broken neck.
You recently did a design challenge on Threadless. Threadless loves true stories, and you were are a part of the support on that, and
Which
it makes
me
total sense.
Very happy.
And it makes total sense too. If you were to say design a tea based on true stories, sex and death, what story would this design be based upon?
I was at a coffee shop once, I remember, and a woman was sitting next to me, so that's the sex part of it.
Gotcha.
And I kept hearing this tst, 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 and I was thinking she was trying to get my attention, and I looked over to her and she had a bottle of Aquanet hairspray, and she was spraying her pancakes with the Aquanet, and then she ate a huge bite of it.
No.
So that would be death. My real birthday is May 30th.
May 30th.
1981. Hey, why are you laughing? He's talking about Stephen Tobolowsky's birthday party, where I talk about true stories. Truth is always better than an embellishment. Everybody thinks we need to embellish a story to make it interesting, but truth is always far better than any embellishment. And secondly, there is a difference between a story and an event. A story has a beginning, middle, and an end. This is the end of a story. An event is one specific thing, like I sat on a plane next to Madonna. That's an event.
Right.
Didn't have a middle or an end. No. But this, a story, when you think of your stories, have beginning, middles, and ends, and have them be true. I was riding horses underneath a volcano in Iceland. No embellishment there. And a gigantic wind, unexpected wind, it was a beautiful clear day like today, lifted me and my horse off the road in an almost tornadic fashion, and lifted us off the road and threw us beside the road, and then my horse ran across a lava flow, and we both fell down. Now, I suffered 5 broken bones in my neck, which is, in terms of sex and death, it's less sexy than having herpes. If you go up to a girl and she goes, "Oh, what's the matter?" If you were to say, "Oh, well, I was working out and I did this," she goes, "Oh, cool." But if you go, "I broke my neck in 5 places," she's like, "Ugh." Here's the miracle that makes this a good story, not just an event, is that before I went to Iceland, I was having recurring headaches, and I thought maybe I had a brain tumor. I mean, why not? Could happen. Happens all the time. So I had an MRI done, and the doctor found out that I had advanced arthritis in my neck, which was a bummer. But when I got thrown from the horse and broke my neck, I came back to the same doctor who looked at the MRIs taken in Reykjavik, Iceland, and said that had it not been for the arthritis in my neck, I would have been killed. Because the arthritis protected my neck and deferred, what's the word?
Deflected
the blow to my head. So the metaphoric lesson of this story is a lot of times in our lives when we think things are a bummer, like arthritis of the neck, it actually could be saving our behinds. I am actually shooting Heroes next week, and I'm going to have to do it where they take the collar off for each shot, which is super scary, because I could die. But they've written the scenes to where I'm in a straight back chair and I don't have to move. All I have to do is talk. Now, direct answer to your question, no. They give me no advanced information about the plot. In fact, they are sneaky, and they do the opposite. I'll give you a for instance, a very specific example, is that when we were shooting episode 9 this last year, they went back and reshot a huge chunk of episode 5, which we had already shot, that completely changed what our relationships were that we shot in episode 5. So even when you're shooting it, you really don't know if you're a good guy or a bad guy, or if you're doing something very good or something very bad. You really don't know. You could be draining the blood from a cheerleader, and it could actually be a very good thing.
Right. So do you find that being a hindrance or more of an exciting? Like what would you
Very
would
much,
rather?
very much
a
a
hindrance,
hindrance.
right? You would rather, of course.
Should we show them the rabbit pagoda? We have Myra, is the gray rabbit, and Gwendolyn, which is the brown rabbit. Except Gwendolyn not only humped Myra, but made her pregnant. So now Gwendolyn, we realize, is not a girl, so we call her Gwendolad. And so that's Myra and Gwendolad. And the names originally came from George Eliot's Daniel Deronda. You want to talk about esoteric rabbit names. So what we have here is we have our pagoda. We put up our fencing. We have the rabbit thing where we have food and water. But the rabbits, you cannot contain nature. You cannot contain nature, and the rabbits have since dug this enormous hole, and we have no idea where this hole goes. This is the latest thing we have done to beautify our home in Los Angeles.
Amazing. Thanks so much for talking with us.
My pleasure.
I really appreciate you letting us come hang out in your backyard.
Oh, it's a beautiful day today, too. It's a lovely day in the neighborhood, as Mr. Rogers would say.
It really is. We really lucked out. But yeah, so thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Awesome.